cheddar thieves. Drop your socks and grab your throttle. Confederate platform verified and locked. This one's all yours, Hardy.
Hi there and welcome back. So what we just saw was a wing of Wraiths attacking Confederate platform as part of the assault on Tarsonis. It's entirely possible that was the 5 or 6 Wraiths I built in that last mission, so there has been an attack unleashed on Tarsonis. Now, the controversial thing that happened at the end of last episode, if you didn't see it, was that Arcturus, Mengsk and Duke decided to use the Psi emitters again, much to the protestation of Jim Raynor and Sarah Kerrigan, who were not best pleased. Now, we are going to see the consequences of that decision by Mengsk in the following little sort of slideshow cutscene, and in the next briefing for the next mission, which is New Gettysburg. So, like a beacon, the combined power of Psi emitters reached out far to the far corners of the Terran sector, luring billions of Zerg to the capital world of Tarsonis. The Zerg, overrunning the Confederacy's best defences, proceeded to lay waste to Tarsonis' major cities and industrial centres. And here we are in the command ship Hyperion again.
I've picked up several dozen Protoss warships descending upon Tarsonis. They seem to be heading on a direct course to the primary Zerg hive.
If they engage the Zerg, the Confederates may escape. Commander, send Lieutenant Kerrigan with the strike force to engage the Protoss. Captain Raynor and General Duke will stay behind with the command ship.
First you sell out every person on this world to the Zerg. Then you ask us to go up against the Protoss. And you're gonna send Kerrigan down there with no backup?
I have absolute confidence in Kerrigan's ability to hold off the Protoss.
This is bullshit. Kerrigan, are you reading this?
I heard. I'm going down there. Arcturus knows what he's doing. I can't back out on him now.
Funny. I never thought of you as anyone's martyr.
Okay, so we need to defend. So this is actually the only mission in this campaign where we directly face the Protoss. We need to defend the Zerg colony from the Protoss attack. The Protoss have been going around trying to wipe out the Zerg. Mengsk, for better or worse, does not want that to happen. So let's see how that goes.
Why are you doing this, Kerrigan? Look, I know about your past. I've heard the rumors. I know you were part of those experiments with the Zerg, that Mengsk came and saved you. But you don't owe him this. Hell, I saved your butt plenty of times.
Jimmy, drop the knight in shining armor routine. It suits you sometimes. Just not now. I don't need to be rescued. I know what I'm doing. The Protoss are coming to destroy the entire planet, not just the Zerg. I know that because, well, I just know it. I am a ghost, remember? Once we've dealt with the Protoss, we can do something about the Zerg. Arcturus will come around. I know he will.
I'll be right, darling. Good hunting.
Right. So what I'm going to do first, I think, is move the command centre over, much nearer that mineral patch. I'm going to actually need to expand fairly quickly. What that is going to mean is I'm going to need quite a lot of SCVs running to the Vespene to keep up a decent rate of collection. But I think it's going to be more important to get lots of SCVs close to the mining. So we can see the Zerg base up there. We are allowed to kill Zerg units, but what we can't do... pardon me. What we can't do is destroy any of the Zerg buildings. What I'm going to do fairly early, just in case, is I'm going to build a bunker to stick Kerrigan and the Marines in. We will actually want some defences down here, and because we can't push into the Zerg base, we have to play that defensively. Let's stick these Marines up here just to give Kerrigan a bit of a buffer as well. We don't have the ability to deploy spider mines yet. Again, I'm just going to try and save periodically. It's going to be a fairly straightforward establish a defensive position and then roll out and engage for Protoss. But that doesn't mean we need to take any huge rushes or risks. And actually, we'll see over there. There we go. Our first Zerg. So dealt with that fairly easily, but it's going to get more thick and fast soon. So there is a Zerg colony up there. Unfortunately, we can't take those minerals because that would require destroying a Zerg building. Because you can see there's a spore colony there. Let's get another SCV on the go. Actually, we're okay for supply depots so far. So what I'm going to do is take the opportunity to build a bunker to stick Kerrigan in. There will be Zerg coming down here as well. This isn't just a case of me just wanting to stick Kerrigan right in the back of the base and do nothing with it. Some people like to use the hero units. A lot of people tend to leave them in the base because they're not expendable. So any small mistakes with them, or big mistakes, can lead to you just insta-failing the mission. And if you've not saved for a while, you've made that mistake, which does happen. That can be very frustrating. So it just gives you a bit of a buffer. So we'll stick those there, and I might stick a bunker further down here for defence when we've got another 100 minerals to spend. Don't want to be queuing because I can definitely get a Marine out. Again, I'm probably going to focus mostly on mech. Marines only become super effective. Well, super effective, most effective when you end up with the medics from Brood War. Just because then the stim pack becomes, the downside of a stim pack doesn't become almost debilitating. Let's get a machine shop. We are going to want siege tanks. We have to be careful where we place for siege tanks, because if we place them too close to the Zerg base, yet again, they will fire on the Zerg, and we certainly do not want that. We're going to want an academy soon, I think. These 4 Marines can go in here. We do need the barracks. It's a very important tech building. I wonder if I can move it over there. And in fact, I think that's a good time to build an academy. I would quite like to build an engineering bay as well, just get some missile turrets. But I think I'm going to leave... Now, I'm going to save, just in case that's not enough defences. Let's do some... In fact, vultures are going to be quite good on this mission. They are very good at kiting and attacking zealots. And they're not bad against dragoons. Yeah, see, we've got our defences there. So the Zerg are going to attack, and as soon as I can get an engineering bay, I'll throw some turrets down as well. But let's go and do a quick look around, because we are going to want to find some mineral patches for expanding to. Now, what we will find probably around here are some Protoss. Sometimes they hide. Oh, yeah, as I say, sometimes they hide under the. Sometimes they hide under the. Weird tree things there. Protoss shields, I believe, take full damage from all attacks, but obviously once you get down to the the health pool, they don't take the same amount of damage. Right, let's get an. I was floating far too many resources there. Let's get another factory on the go. I think I can probably stick that there. Let's rally that there. You repair him. Have we got the... Yeah. I'm not so hot with my spider mine usage, so I don't know if I'm going to... Well, there's no harm in having them, but I might save that research for a little bit later. I am going to upgrade this, because that's going to be super important for the Terrans in the bunkers. Let's hotkey that. Let's hotkey these to 1, actually.
I dig. Job's finished. Yeah, I'm going. Oh, is that it?
Yeah, we can see him down there. And you can just kite them away.
Is that it?
Because they have to get to melee range to attack. You can see we're actually damaging his health now because we're not seeing the blue glow around him when he's hit. There we go. There's one less.
Is that it? Yes, sir.
Let's get the infantry upgrade as well. I'm going to want to start cranking out siege tanks soon. In fact, let's pop you over to gas. I think we just need a tad more gas. You get on to the mining over here. We'll get a... There we go. And as soon as we can, we'll start pumping out tanks. So I'm going to need to build a machine shop for that as well. And we're going to want an armory for Goliaths. Oh, they must have been rallying over there. Okay. Meanwhile, do some more scouting with the...
Oh, is that it?
Let's get another SCV at the base.
What do you want?
So we've got a Vespene geyser down here, and actually quite far away, I believe there are maybe some minerals if I remember. So we're going to need to expand to that at some point. And we're going to need to think about how we defend that as well, because... let's get an armory. We're going to need to think about how we defend that as well, because it's not exactly near to our base, and I'm sure we'll get some run-bys down there. Let's get another vulture. Not enough minerals for a tank.
Research complete.
I'm not going to bother with the stim packs. Let's get a tank.
SCV good to go, sir.
Additional supply depots
Now we need
required.
more supply depots.
Not enough minerals.
We'll be there in a second. There we go.
What do you want? No problem.
Again, ideally I'd be researching spider mines. Once you get a critical mass of vultures, you can very quickly run down... we're fine there. You can very quickly run down the zealots.
Something on your mind?
So I am going to get a few more vultures. Of course. Let's throw down some more supply depots then. We've got a dropship ready to pick up anyone who gets stuck. That would be a huge upgrade. Let's get another vulture. And you, I'm going to put into siege mode. Here. There is a temptation to build a second bunker just to be safe.
Yes, sir.
Which I might actually go for
Alright, bring it on.
on either side.
Orders, Captain?
Again, just going to build up some defences.
I can't build there.
You don't have, there's no mandate that you have to play that this defensively, but yeah, so if I do a scanner sweep up there, now I wouldn't want to do that while I've got siege tanks sieged up, because that would kill. That would very likely attack, if not kill, a building. You go back into mining. Let's get some marines on the go. You get back to mining. And let's get some more
Not
tanks.
enough minerals.
Goliath wouldn't hurt as well. I think we can probably put another in gas. And while we're doing that, you get in that bunker. Once we've got another 50,
Yeah?
let's smooth out.
Ready to roll out. Yeah.
Once we get a critical mass of stuff, it's very easy just to roll them. Oh, that was a Dragoon. So the Dragoon was on high ground.
I dig.
Yeah, we don't want to... There we go. Don't really want to engage into that.
Oh, ready to roll out.
Dragoons are very popular in the multiplayer, I believe, because vultures are so good against zealots that you want to...
Absolutely.
vultures are so good against zealots that you don't really want to focus too zealot heavy against the Terrans.
Move it.
Is sort of my understanding. Let's get another factory out, because we're starting to float resources again. We need a science facility to do level 2 upgrades. So actually, while we're there, I think we need a star put for a science facility. We do. So let's get a star put.
SCV good to go, sir.
You get on mining. Get another marine in the queue there.
Orders, sir. Orders, sir.
You want a piece of me, boy? Go, go, go.
Now hopefully he won't be in range to attack any buildings. There's one way we can check that actually. Yeah, he's not in range to attack any buildings, so I can stick one next to him as well. Let's build another vulture.
Piece of me, boy.
Yeah?
Standing by.
How many more marines? One marine there, 2 marines there. So I can actually just queue them up, because I know I'm going to be building them.
Complete.
I don't need to worry about building them in a rush, so there we go.
Right, bring it on.
You rally there, that's control 1. You go to there. I can probably actually rally No, I don't want to rally them.
Ready to roll out.
Right, I think a control tower will be useful. I'm hoping that won't block off any mining. And I also want that science facility.
Yes, sir. Roger that.
Let's see if we can get one more in gas.
Insufficient
Vespene
gas.
is the blocker there.
Add-on complete.
Right away, sir.
So let's.
You want a piece of me, boy?
It's annoying that they place the Vespene gears so far.
Add-on
Right, you two
complete.
get in the bunker there, and then we've got some fairly solid defences there. Right, we've got enough of that science facility now.
SCV good to go,
Would help
sir.
if I press the right button. I is science facility. I'm going to leave some space in case I want to build. Oh, I only want one of those. I'm going to leave some space in case I want to build the Ghost Academy. Not Ghost Academy. The I forget what it's called now. Covert Ops.
Roger that.
But
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Right.
Additional supply depots.
okay, well we're
required.
working on the supply depots.
For duty. Roger that.
Can probably squeeze another there.
Yes, sir. Roger that.
Probably squeeze another there. Kind of almost create a sort of wall.
Job finished. Orders, sir.
Let's put them in siege mode just in case.
All right. Bring it on.
Oh, we can get a battle cruiser. Okay, that's actually that's quite tempting. Don't tend to use the. I don't tend to find myself using the. There we go. There's a Protoss attack. I don't tend to see myself using the
Job finished.
ghosts quite so
Insufficient
much.
Vespene gas.
Right, let's go hunting.
I dig.
So there were dragoons up there.
No problem. I dig.
Yeah, you can see the dragoons really quite quickly ripping through the.
Yeah. I dig.
So they're not really a match for the
Base is
dragoons.
under
I
attack.
dig.
In fact, let's get another siege tank up here. So I'm going to start transitioning, I think, towards Goliaths and tanks, and I'll want to get some science vessels as well. You repair that, and then you go all the way around.
Bring it on. Yeah, I'm going. Yes, sir. Move it.
Let's get another Goliath on the go. Right, I'm going to want to. I think I'm going to pop someone down here because I'm going to want to start thinking about expanding.
Ready to roll out.
And I will build some bunkers for defence around where I will be expanding because I can and will expect attacks.
Orders, sir.
Now what I don't know is whether to build 2 command centres.
Orders, Captain. I read you.
But we can think about that and just have one dedicated to mining gas, which will be very important against the very important against the Protoss.
Yes, sir. Destination. What do you want? I dig. What do you want? I dig.
Probably actually could use the Spider-Mans to
No problem.
do a lot of damage to the dragoons, but I want to spend my gas, I think, on sort of direct damage upgrades.
I read you.
Goliath online. Systems functional.
Identify target.
It's possible to do long range mining from there as well.
Upgrade complete.
We're going to want to get some science vessels too soon as well, but we are somewhat low on Vespene for that.
Report for duty.
Not enough
Nah,
minerals.
need to.
Report for duty.
Right, I'm hoping we can finish that.
Build there. I read you, sir.
So if we have a look around
No
here,
problem.
now there is a ramp down to the Zerg here.
Oh, is that it? Job finished. I dig.
Goliath
Or up to the Zerg, I suppose I should say. So,
Roll out.
what I'm going to be doing shortly is I'm going to rally these here actually,
Job finished.
just so they're not all overlapping each other. Tank and a Goliath should do it. I'm going to build some bunkers down here for defence,
Not enough minerals.
and we will queue up some Marines to go in that bunker.
Not enough
This also
minerals.
gives us the advantage of giving us a second comsat station. And let's pull 2 Marines from mining, one of whom seems to be sitting around doing nothing. And let's get that. Let's get the Vespene going.
Yes, sir.
If you want to mine, that'd be great.
Job finished.
This is actually very, very useful.
Add-on complete.
Go ahead, HQ.
I'm going to just pull this towards the centre.
Destination? Absolutely.
Not enough minerals.
Where's our vultures? Gonna queue some Marines up to go in that bunker.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you should be getting on mining.
Orders received. Yes, sir. Orders, sir. Proceeding.
Destination.
Goliath online.
It's actually... wonder how many minerals we've got.
Standing by. Rocket.
Something on your mind?
Let's get this Spider-Man upgrade.
Not enough
I think it's time
minerals.
to start considering using them.
Jacked up and good to go.
What do you want?
Now, how many minerals we got here? It's probably worth actually building a command centre just to get the closer mining.
Piece of me, boy.
Research complete.
Give me something to shoot. Go ahead, TACOM.
Orders, sir.
Now we're getting a lot of
Goliath on a piece of me,
Additional supply
boy.
depots required.
getting a lot of gas now.
Base is under attack.
Definitely need some supply depots. Pretty hefty Zerg attack there, so let's get that repaired,
Orders received.
and then that repaired, and you can go back to mining.
Forces are under
What
attack.
do
Ah.
you want? Yeah.
Research complete.
See the Dragoon doing a lot of work to the.
Is that it? What do you
In
want?
fact, I'm gonna just pull you guys off,
I dig.
and then. No, I don't need
Your
another
forces are under
SCP.
attack.
Yes, sir.
Lot more effective. See, I'm actually leaving the tanks unsieged to engage those.
Standing by. Go, go, go.
And the Protoss are going to attack our base down here, so... actually, just let me cancel those and get started on a command centre there.
Go ahead, HQ.
And then we'll get some tanks here.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah, let's get a Goliath.
What do you want? No problem. Yeah, I'm going. Something on your mind? No problem.
And put some Spider-Mans down here just to give us a bit of a buffer.
Yeah? Something on your mind? Oh, is that it?
Some of those Spider-Mans are probably a bit too close to each other, but
Goliath
What do you
online.
want? Yeah? Ready to roll out. I dig.
that's probably a bit of a risky one, but... Right, let's get some more tanks.
Not enough minerals.
What I am going to do is I'm going to send some of these down here to start mining down here. Now I don't know if I'll actually be able to squeeze in a Comsat station there, but let's start looking at the Protoss. So, in fact, let's take advantage of that.
Systems functional.
What's often common to do as well is actually to put a row of spider mines in front of your tanks, sort of as part of your attack.
Additional supply depots
Need more supply
required.
depots. Well, that will give us some more supply, but we definitely will need some more supply depots as well, which actually we can start building some around here, because as we mine out the minerals we make some space. So the one upside to mining out. Oh, definitely want you to get in on there. Let's get these folks in here. Right, let's scan up here. See, we can see a Dragoon up there. Shooting up high ground's not ideal, but we've got enough tanks. It's really also, he's going to decide to come down the slope to engage us. Defences are locked up pretty tight here. The only thing I'm really worried about is an attack on this base. Can we get a comsat? No, we can't get a comsat station there.
Orders, sir.
So actually we can start moving some of our forces up here. Let's unsiege these, and let's unsiege these.
Destination.
Calling online. Confirmed. Target designated.
Orders, sir. Ready to roll out. Absolutely.
So from my little experience of sort of early gameplay of in the multiplayer, you tend to see Terran's huge hordes of vultures, and you continue to use the vultures because of their very powerful spider mines, and then push up towards adding Goliaths to the mix, I believe, and actually no, I don't think you see many Goliaths, but you then you add up your spider mines and you push forward with sort of missile turrets. There we go, that Dragoon's very quickly dealt with. The Protoss counter is to load up shuttles and do something called zealot bombing and mine dragging, which is it's actually a fairly simple principle. You sacrifice the zealots by okay, seems to be having some problems with that Nautilus there. Right, pull him over. Very simple principle, zealot bombing.
Additional supply depots
You get your zealots to drop on top of the enemy lines, the tanks shoot each other, and sometimes that will also drag mines into the Terran units, which do friendly fire. So you're trying to turn the Terran sort of strengths against them. Let's get you guys down here mining as well. Right, let's get these sieged up, because they're going to be vulnerable to attack. In fact, that was almost an example of the kind of thing you do, except you tend to do it with zealots because you can fit more of them in a shuttle. They're a little more expendable than your dragoons. Obviously you still have a sort of strong core of dragoons in your army. Right, let's move these down here. Now what we could do with finding is finding another expansion point. Okay, so that's deep space. Now what we can probably do, move down here and take one of these Protoss bases. In fact, this one seems ripe for the picking, so let's get our forces on the move. I think a few more Goliaths. I really like Goliaths a lot. We'll get the infantry damage just so they've got a bit more bite against in their bunkers. You get in there, and actually what I would like is I would like a missile turret here for defence, because that Nautilus snuck round and I was not a fan of that. How are those health wise? Right, that's taken some damage, so we'll repair it. I'm making use of static defences because it means obviously the more static defences I have, the bigger the army I can sort of push out with.
Not enough minerals.
Science vessels would be hugely important.
Hang on, we're in for some jobs.
Fortunately the Protoss don't have Dark Templar here, that would have been very bad for me if they did. I do have the option to start building battle cruisers, although actually on this mission I'm not entirely convinced of their utility. A ground army can be pretty nasty. Right, let's get our let's do a little bit of scouting with our vultures. Are you guys gonna? You guys are blocked off. That's why. The joys of StarCraft's pathing. So what we can do is have a sneaky poke out with these, and then hopefully pull them towards. Oh, I attacked myself. Well done. Hopefully pull them towards the siege tanks. That was annoying. I'm actually going to build a couple more vultures just to do that. Can start using the science vessel to look. In fact, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to get the EMP upgrade on the science vessel, because that will suck the shields out of the enemy.
Additional supply depots required.
Right, going to need some more depots.
Not enough minerals.
I was a bit annoyed losing the vultures there, but let's see if we can.
Is that it? Yeah, I'm
So
going.
we're going to need to attack him to pull him in.
Is that it? Yeah, I'm going. I dig. Oh, is that it? Yeah, I'm going.
Come on, guys.
No problem.
There we go.
Oh, is that it?
The risk is the zealots try and close that range quite quickly. So
Identify target. Move it. Yeah. I read you, sir.
that guy can go back to mining. Let's get some more supply depots.
Destination. Ready to roll out.
Right, we're going to start making the push soon. I'm going to get another science vessel actually.
Research
All
complete.
right, bring it on.
Upgrade complete.
Let's put you in control group 4. And the next one that comes out, we'll put in control group 5.
Transmit orders. All right, bring it on. Ready to roll. Is that it?
You guys can go in
What do
control
you
group 1.
want?
Ah, there we go, there's another mineral patch. Very small one, but there's no reason we can't lift that off and float it over.
Orders, sir.
Oh, of course, they're locking off the...
I read you, sir.
in StarCraft 2, units will actually make way for each other.
Base is under attack.
Quite, Okay, what?
Report for duty. Roger that.
What?
Orders, sir.
I have never seen them do that. Not once have I seen that happen.
Delighted to, sir.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Proceed.
I know clearly the Protoss do drops on this mission, but I've never seen them drop into the Zerg base to attack me. That's quite something. Oh, let's get some upgrades going.
Destination. Identify target. I read you.
Wow,
Something on your mind?
I feel like now I have seen everything.
Your forces are
That
under
Goliath
attack.
needs to get out of the way. These Goliaths need to get out of the way.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well that's certainly one tactic.
Report for duty. Orders received. Greetings, command. Excellent.
EMP is huge against Archons because it allows you to actually,
Right away, sir.
it allows you to, it's actually tempted to lift, no, I can't lift off that command center, that would be absurd.
Orders received.
Actually, you come back and build some more supply depots.
I can't go there.
Archons are a Protoss unit, almost all of their health is, all of their hit points are in shields. So if you hit them with EMP, which destroys their shields, then that does horrible things to them. Now you guys, let's bring some more Goliaths down with you actually.
Systems functional.
Maybe not all of them.
Channel open.
I need some for defense back here. But let's push down with these. No, guys.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, is that
Base is under
it? I
attack.
dig. Destination. Yes, sir.
Right, you guys, come on.
Proceed. Yes, sir. Destination.
There's no harm in repairing the tanks if they are damaged. You don't have to not repair them.
Yes, sir.
You guys focus on them. So if you've got an opportunity to repair, there's no harm in choosing to do it. It's just not. Sometimes, a lot of the time, you don't have time to do repairs, or you don't have the spare SCVs. But I do in this case. Right, let's get these guys down as well. Where's our science vessels? I can't remember if EMP actually does anything to buildings. Yes, it does.
Destination.
So you can see how powerful those siege tanks are.
Affirmative.
Right, that was an Ultralisk that attacked us there. So
Yes, sir.
I might actually stick a couple of Goliaths. Let's get a battle cruiser because I'm floating the resources. In fact, I'm going to queue up 2.
We have you on visual.
So
Affirmative.
You don't really need to EMP the buildings. I just wanted to double check. I was curious. Right, you guys come down here. I think we've got plenty enough in terms of defensive perimeter around here. Right, of course. In the original game, these actually cost 8 supply. They reduced them to 6 in a balance patch. Actually, all things told, not that long ago. Right, we've got loads of Vespene now.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Which one depleted? It's almost tempting to fly that away and fly it over to that mineral patch and just take all the SCVs that were mining there, Vespene. You never actually fully run out of Vespene, at least not in StarCraft 1. You can hear the amount of siege tank fire in the background. That's siege V's up. You guys come down here. Just want to unsiege those. And let's bring in the science vessel to get a bit more vision. We'll stick him over here, just for a bit of defense.
I'm listening.
Good day, Commander.
Yes, sir.
I can't decide whether it's worth building the supply. Just build the command center. It's one less thing to slowly hover over.
No problem.
There we go. Now, if we can take out the pylons near the near the photon cannon, you can actually power down the photon cannon. Protoss mechanic is their buildings will only operate if in a power field, which are projected by the pylons, which are also their supply building. So pylons are hugely important to the Protoss, which is where the whole "you require additional pylons" thing comes from. Don't see why not. Okay, one reason why not to is because you were about to float into range of that photon cannon. So yeah, pylons hugely important, important to the Protoss forces. To the point of it being a meme. Here we go. Good job. Let's get you repair that guy. I sieged him too close. Completely forgot about my forces down here. Let's get these in. And really, we're ready to do quite a hefty push on the Protoss base to a point where we can, once this mineral patch is mined out, I can float some SCVs over. There's the Protoss using the ability to ambush. Vultures are very good at harassing mineral lines and killing probes and any kind of worker. Right. So it's probably the wrong time to unsiege, but what we can do now is just clean up this base. There is a starport there, or Stargate, sorry. That's how the Protoss build their air units. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack the pylons first, and what you'll see, hopefully, I'm wondering if that'll show up as unpowered. Yeah, it's unpowered now, and actually you saw the lights go off as well, so that would no longer be allowed to build. Let's stick you over there as well. Let's get another battlecruiser, don't see why not. One more supply depot, and we've got everything we need in terms of supply. Okay, so that's one Protoss force completely cleared up. Now the other one is clearly over here, so let's just get all of our units. What? Hi, welcome back. I made a slight cut in the footage actually because I triggered a failed condition on the mission, which was to destroy a Zerg building, and you can see the one Ira is pointing at. The siege tanks I had were just in range to hit that building, and then the battlecruiser gave them line of sight on it, so they'd started firing on it. I guess when I moved the battlecruiser over there, I guess they're going to try and rebuild this base. So I was able to stop it just in time. Right, you guys went far too far over there. But yeah, so I cut that bit out of the footage because it's probably not the most interesting thing to watch, hilarious as it is. Let's move some of these over. I don't need to... Yeah, actually. But yeah, so I decided to put a quick cut in there because I don't think that's particularly of interest to watch. Yeah, a few of those bad ones took each other out. So yeah, anyway, welcome back. And let's do this without grievously harming the Zerg buildings this time. Because having to weather the Zerg attacks would be much easier if the Zerg did not, if you could just wipe out the Zerg base, but you're not allowed to do that. Which I suppose makes sense considering that's what the Protoss are here to do, but yeah, so basically the battle cruisers were giving vision up that ramp, and that was not a good thing. Ah, you got the scout. I'm actually gonna... Yeah. I don't remember seeing many scouts on this mission when I played it in the past as well. I've heard people saying that the missions have changed a little bit. I don't know how true that is. Some people saying they've made them slightly harder. I don't know if that's just people remembering them as easier than they were, or could be. It's been broadly the same for me. I've not played the original StarCraft in the best part of the year, if not longer. So I'm still a little. There's still a few older things I'm a little bit rusty on. Not that I mean I was never sort of a particularly strong player in the first place, but yeah, those can clean up the scout. Actually, I think I probably did see scouts a few times in this mission. Now I recall. You guys get up there. And let's do some scans and see what we've got in the so you can see, actually, if I wanted to, I could probably just like unsiege everything, roll in with the attack move, and jobs are good. But don't see why we can't, you know, take it a little more cautiously. Let's move the Goliaths up. So what I need to do is I want to try and avoid having these all block each other out in the siege mode. Now, if I can get vision up here, I can lure the dragoons in. You guys go and take a look-see. Let's get some more researchers on the go. I've not actually done much research on the on the Terran armor because all my infantry units have been sitting in bunkers, so it's not been much need for it. There we go. Much more comfortable with their defences now. Now that they're not nuking the Zerg buildings. Let's get the vultures up the ramp just to get some vision. And to kind of lure the zealots around. Now, vultures definitely don't want to be taking on the pylons. Not the pylons, sorry, the I completely forgot what they're called. Photon cannons. Right. At SCV, I do not want you there. You, in fact, can go down here and be ready to, in theory, start mining, although I'm not even going to bother building a base there now. Right, you guys are blocking that route, so let's just be a real dick.
Systems functional.
That's probably going to get taken out. Oh, it's just about survived. Right, don't want you blocking up that ramp.
Go ahead, Capcom.
No.
Capcom locked.
Yeah, pathing can still be a bit of a struggle. Especially when you accidentally siege up your tanks in just the wrong place. You guys come up here, although by the time that you've actually got there, I think the fighting will be done. We've added a very fancy new explosion effect on the... you guys, you unsiege as well. You guys attack up this ramp. And here we go. Pretty much just for cleanup now. Right, I don't want you guys to get too close because you will hit that photon cannon. Oh, you will get hit by that photon cannon. You guys deal with the photon cannon, and then we can unsiege everything. And here we go. This should be the Protoss cleaned up.
Base is under attack.
Oh. Wow. That escalated quickly.
Receiving incoming transmission.
This is Kerrigan. We neutralized the
Your forces are under
wave of
attack.
Zerg advancing on this position. We need immediate evac.
Belay that order. We're moving out.
What? You're not just gonna leave her.
All ships prepare to move away from
Base is
Tarsonis on
under
my
attack.
mark.
Not enough energy.
Boys, how about that evac?
Damn you, Arcturus. Don't do this.
It's done. Helmsman, signal the fleet
Your
and take us out
forces
of
are under
orbit.
attack.
Now.
Commander? Jim? What the hell is going on up there?
Upgrade complete.
And there we go. I distinctly remember actually when I first played this game. I was pretty young. I was like, it was 1998, so I would have been around between 8 and 12. Probably technically a little bit too young to be playing this. This twist really rattled me to the point where I actually tried to go back and like stick Kerrigan in a shuttle and fly her over to the other end of the map just before I destroyed the last Protoss base, because I felt like I'd done something wrong and it was my fault. But no, this is a huge part of the StarCraft story. I realised, oh okay, no, I didn't do anything wrong. That was absolutely 100% supposed to happen. So yeah, you're all sad when like Aerys got stabbed by Sephiroth. This was my Aerys got stabbed by Sephiroth moment playing StarCraft. So now you all get to enjoy that. Sarah Kerrigan left completely on her own, abandoned by, we now realise, absolute space bastard Arcturus Mengsk, and that's going to leave Reyna with an interesting conundrum to solve. So feels a bit weird to describe that as a victory, but victory nonetheless. I hope you enjoyed that, and we will be next. We will be back soon. I will be back soon. We, I guess, being me and the cast of StarCraft, with the next episode in which the hammer will fall. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.